So now Detroit sports has officially gone back in full swing as now 3 teams are in action. And the way things are going, Detroit might have 3 competitive teams this year. Because the Pistons, their season has gone off to a very strong start, while the Red Wings, it seems like their strong start is starting to cool off after a rough week this week. But yeah, of course, with the Lions playing on Monday night, the Red Wings and Pistons both get their own recap this week. So yeah, for this Detroit sports recap, we're going to highlight the Red Wings and Pistons this week, and then for the Monday night game for the Lions will get their own video, as per usual. But anyway, let's see how Detroit sports fared this week for the Wings and the Pistons. So we're going to start things off with the Red Wings, and really the Wings' rough week started with the game against Seattle. A game the Wings arguably should have won, but they ended up losing in overtime. Mainly because, let's not make any mistake about it, the Wings got outright fucked over in this game by incompetent officiating. Yeah, remember all that incompetent officiating in NHL, in the NBA, and the NFL with the Lions and Pistons? Well, it's now made its way to the NHL because of this. Seriously? You're not going to call a Seattle player intentionally throwing the stick at the puck to prevent a one-timer? And that is clearly against the rules in the book. That is at least either a 2-minute minor or at worst a penalty shot. Like what? Because the Wings were going to score on that shot 100%. And then Seattle threw the puck, and then the Seattle defender threw his stick, intentionally threw a stick right at the puck, clear as day. Even Mickey Redmond gave the Seattle player the red circle of death. And the worst part is this happened in front of an official. And the official did absolutely nothing. And oh yeah, about 5 seconds later, Seattle took the puck all the way down to the other end of the ice and scored to make it 3-1. Because that stick throw prevented the game from going into a 2-2 tie. Like honestly, yep, and refs fucking Detroit. A fate worse than death. Getting fucked by the refs. But the Wings did make a solid comeback in that game to tie it, they even took the lead at one point thanks to Alex DeBrincat being a good kitty. Only for Seattle to tie the game, force overtime, and then Lucas Raymond bounced a shot off the post in overtime, and then Seattle scored with 5 seconds left in OT. So the Wings still got a point out of it, but to be honest, they should have got 2 in the win, but yeah, thank you NHL for having the best officiating, you fucking rich pricks. Remember when the Wings were a very respected franchise? Those were some good times. Now it seems every sports league wants to make sure that Detroit can't succeed no matter what. You know, there's a reason why it's always Detroit versus everybody. And so, how did the Wings respond to this officiating? They then go out and lose the next 2, dropping games to Winnipeg and then Boston. So yeah. And that there, kids, is why the Lions are the best team in Detroit right now and not the Red Wings. Because when the Lions got fucked by bad officiating against the Seahawks, the Lions at least responded by winning 4 straight. The Red Wings respond by losing the next 2. Honestly, the Red Wings losing the next 2 after getting fucked by officiating, honestly, that looks like some SOL type shit right there. Maybe we switch SOL to SORW. Same old Red Wings. Nah, that don't have the same ring to it. But yeah, after a strong start there, it seems like the consistency issue is still a thing at the Red Wings. I mean, the way the Wings offense was scoring to start the year, I mean, we all knew that wasn't going to be sustainable, but good lord. But yeah, definitely a few adjusts, but this team definitely gonna have its growing pains. But hopefully the Wings bounce back next week and throughout the season and get things back on track. Because the Wings definitely need to if they want to have any shot making the playoffs this year. But yeah, Winnipeg and Boston did the one thing they knew what to do. They stopped Larkin and DeBrincat, because it seems like if you stop Larkin and DeBrincat, you stop the entire Red Wings offense. So yeah, I can't hate Boston or Winnipeg for doing that. You know, they did what they needed to do. But yeah, in other words, when Larkin and DeBrincat get shut down, you know, the entire team needs to step up to the plate. Good God. Like honestly, Larkin and DeBrincat cannot do it on their own. Everybody on the team needs to step up. Simply put, step up or step aside. And with the way the Pistons start their season, the Waynes better pick it up. Because if the Pistons keep their momentum going, Pistons might jump to number 2 team in Detroit sports right now, behind the Lions. And Red Wings could fall to number 3, but we'll see how it goes.
Detroit basketball!
Now on to the Pistons, as Detroit basketball season has officially begun. The Pistons season got off to a bit of a somewhat of a rocky start with a loss to the Miami Heat, but it was a pretty good game for the Pistons. I mean, nothing really to be ashamed of from that game against Miami. Even though they did lose and it does suck, you know, there's at least a few positives to take out of it because the Pistons took the team that just represented the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals last year and took them to the limit. Like, here's how much, and like Cade Cunningham's first game back, and Cade looked like he hasn't missed a step at all. As Cade picked right back up where he left off before he had that leg injury last year. Yeah, so yeah, Cade looks like he hasn't missed a beat, and whatever rust Cade might have had, it didn't really affect him in the slightest. But yeah, here's how much of an impact Cade made, because late in the game, the Pistons were down 19 points. Once Cade came in and did his magic, he got that gap all the way down to 1 point, but that would be as close as the Pistons would get, as the Pistons failed to hit a 3 to end the game. Honestly, I don't know why the fuck they went for 3 at the end. They should have just moved a couple feet closer and went for 2. Because you didn't even need 3 to win the game. You only needed 2 to win the game. Honestly, just move a couple feet and go for 2, not 3. But yeah, even despite that loss did not affect the Pistons in the slightest, as the Pistons bounced back from that loss by winning 2 straight, with wins against Charlotte and then Shitoylet. Hey, even though it's the Bulls, anytime you beat Shitoylet in anything is a good day. So yeah, and both wins were pretty dominant wins by double digits. You know, beating the Hornets by 13 points, and then beating the Bulls by 16 points. So yeah, definitely Monty Williams is definitely an upgrade over Dwayne Casey, because if it was Dwayne Casey, the Pistons would have found a way to make those games look a lot closer than it actually was, or probably lose both games. But yeah, this is why Monty Williams is getting paid the big bucks to coach the Pistons, because Monty is really that good of a coach. So yeah, Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren have so far been the big surprises this season. Even Jaden Ivey has done some things in a role of coming off the bench, which is pretty interesting. I mean, Asar Thompson, you know, he's having his normal rookie growing pains, which is kind of expected. But yeah, even Killian Hayes has done a good role off the bench as well. But yeah, so far the main spotlight for the Pistons this year have easily been Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, as it seems like the Pistons got their new duo right there, Duren and JD and Cade Cunningham. But yeah, even though it's Charlotte and Chicago, and, you know, both teams aren't really regarded as 2 top teams, you know, the Pistons did what usually good teams tend to do. Take 2 bad teams and make both of them look bad. So yeah, even though, you know, Pistons currently sit 2-1, I mean, if everything goes the Pistons' way this year, 100% the Pistons should make the play-in tournament, no problem. Who knows, maybe even top 6 if they get lucky. But I'm not going to set the bar that high. I'm going to keep my expectations pretty realistic. Like, if Pistons make the play-in, I'll be happy. Anything else after that is a bonus. But yeah, of course, you know, it's only 3 games, you know. There's still a long season to go. The season just started, you know. The season's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We just got started. But yeah, definitely a lot of positives to take out of the Pistons for 3 games. You know, still a long way to go, but, you know, still a lot of positives to take out of it, though. You know, we'll see how the Pistons do as the rest of the season progresses. And if anyone's wondering, and yes, there is an NBA Trash Talk video coming out this week. On Wednesday or Thursday when the Pistons take on the Pelicans. And there might be one also next weekend, Saturday or Sunday, for Golden State. as well. And I think a lot of people know the Golden State one's long overdue. So yeah, there are going to be some NBA trash talk videos. Not as many as last year, but there will be a few. Yeah, same deal with, the next Red Wings trash talk video I'm going to do, NHL one, it's not going to be for a while. Not like till like February maybe. Unless I get some ammo on other teams earlier. If I get anything else before February, it'll be like last minute put together. But anyway, though, that's all I gotta say for this. Red Wings had a rough week, but the Pistons look really solid in their week, in their first taste of regular season action. I mean, if everything goes right and if Cade Cunningham can stay healthy for once, the play-in tournament is all but a given for the Pistons. Anything else after that, it all depends on how lucky the Pistons can get. If they can get a couple breaks their way. But yeah, I think that'll wrap it up here. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. On to the Lions game Monday and see how they do against the Raiders. And yes, next week there will be a Pistons and Red Wings will also get their own recap as well next week, since next week is the bye week for the Lions. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, and I'll see you all whatever I make next. I'm out.